Welcome, everybody. Another Palm Wine Central podcast episode. I am one of your hosts, Uncle AK, and with me, I got my good fellas and ladies. But before we get to the introductions, this episode is sponsored by SITM Podcast. Go follow them on all streaming and social platforms at SITM Podcast. It's uniform like that on all platforms. And while you're at it, follow Palm Wine Central Podcast on social media. It's PWC Cast. PWCCAST, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not for weekly notifications on weekly episodes, of course. And subscribe to all streaming platforms as well at Palm Wine Central Podcast. All right, man. Where to start? Chef T, how do you do, sir?
What it do? What it do, man? Wonderful weekend. Prosperous week ahead. Just been getting working, man. You know what I'm saying? Back to the grind. Glad to see everybody back from last week with an additional face. You know what time it is, man. Let's get to it.
Okay. Ashley, welcome back. How do you do?
Happy Monday, guys.
It is Monday. I almost thought it was Wednesday. Anyways.
Hey, I beg, don't speed up.
You're ready to correct me. I know. Monday.
No. I keep telling you, man. Stop bringing this violence. I come in peace. Peaceful person. Peace. It's Monday. It's never Wednesday. So, Barbara.
Hi. Happy Monday, guys. I hope everyone is well.
Yeah. So, Tutu. What do you do? So busy over there with your fingers.
Sorry. Trying to make sure everything's together. Hi, guys. Happy Monday. Happy New Week. Same old, just another day.
Just another day.
At the end of the day's got to end. In the good words of my good sis, Glorilla.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Mo.
No.
Wait, who's Gorilla?
Don't stop. Southern rapper.
You're looking for war right now.
He knows who she is. You've heard her song.
Okay.
Just probably haven't put the face together.
Yeah, Mo.
To be honest with you, actually, let me finish the introductions. Tayo, please help us introduce Jasmine. I believe it's her first time on the platform, so do us the honors, please.
Yes. Today we have another lovely guest coming in today. Representing West Africa, the Black Stars is in the building. Ghanaian native, resides in the Bronx, New York, for all my people in the Big Apple. Student of speech, audiology, and pathology. We have no other than Jasmine. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so damn, you specialize in speech, but you're just so quiet. Come, we'll go get there very soon. Hold on, MCJ.
Yeah.
No, I did good this time, all right?
You did, man. You're wonderful, man. That's why you're the head and you're not the tail. Thank you, everyone. It's a wonderful day and it's going down. Today, I'm telling you guys about my past stories. If you're my ex-girlfriend from somewhere, if you know your story, just inbox me. I'm spilling out everything tonight.
Yes, so
welcome, lady. Welcome.
I'll follow you there for support, casting support. Every main actor has a supporter. So yeah, but yeah, so it's about to spicy today. So everybody buckle up because it's about to be some shit. But before we get into it, real quick, Jasmine, you know what I mean? Please tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about this speech audiology and pathology. What's the difference? I thought it was the same thing. So please educate me, I beg.
So for speech pathology, it's basically trying to help patients speak after they've had a stroke or maybe they're on the spectrum. That's what speech pathology is. For audiology, is for those who are hard of hearing. So you help with hearing aids and all that.
Oh, okay. Wow. How did you start considering that line of work or to study for that line of work?
Well, actually, it was supposed to be nursing, but I switched because I ended up I'm still doing an internship in an after school. and comparing the level of, should I say, the level of learning right now is very low compared to what I had at their stage back home. So I felt going into that will be better for me since I still want to work with children. So that's why I switched.
Nice, nice, nice. Before we get into it though, single, in a relationship, married, what?
Single.
Okay, cool. I was just, prepping the folks so that if you want to fire, line is open, be firing. But let's start with you on this, right? Let me start with you on this. Would you rather, and why, would you rather witness the parting of the Red Sea or the feeding of the 5,000 men, or people rather?
Mm, I think I'll rather witness the pattern of the Red Sea.
Why?
Why? That that's something I don't think anyone can fathom. It's You're walking in the middle of a sea. You can't drown. You touch in dry land. That's a miracle right there. But I feel like the feeding is some way somehow we humans can replicate that. But with the pattern of the sea, nah, I don't see that happening.
Nice, nice. Barbara, what would you pick?
I think the feeding, because that particular miracle, he fed over just, I think it was just, they didn't count the women and the children, just men. Over 5,000 people, loaves of bread. I think, was it two loaves of bread and 5 fish? Or I'm saying that around the other way. So all he did was to pray and the food came down. He was able to provide food for that amount of people. So it's a miracle. It's not something that anybody has seen or done at that time, and still at this day and age. So I think that's something amazing in itself.
You can really tell a Cameroonian by the fact that they start dodging water. The minute
I cannot swim. In my defense, I cannot swim. So if that water collapses, I'll collapse it. Let me go to land. I prefer land.
Oh man, that's interesting. Okay. Ladies, I'm gonna give you others, right? Without describing yourself as a mom, wife, daughter, sister, friend, if someone asks you, who are you? What would you say? Actually, without using mom, wife, daughter, sister, or friend. If someone asks you, who are you? What would you say?
I would say that, I'm just an amazing person. I'm just an amazing person. Like, I don't know if I would have to get into characteristics, start using adjectives. That's the adjective I would use to describe myself.
Amazing.
Amazing, ambitious, hardworking, dedicated.
Okay. You
So
say
on and on.
hardworking, dedicated, and all. Let me ask you a question, right? You're based in Houston, right?
I am.
What's the difference between you and most women in Houston that you know? Black women.
Like me and Black. I don't know, because I feel like I can't categorize the whole group of women based on just the fact that there are so many Black women doing so many amazing things. I feel a lot of women that they choose their own walks in life. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of hardworking women in Houston, though. Honestly, like Houston is one of those places. A lot of major cities, you'll find a lot of hardworking women, though, regardless of what they're doing. There's a lot of bottle girls, bartenders. Everybody chooses their own path, but there's a lot of hardworking women here. So the difference between me and them, I don't know. I'll come back to you with that one.
I said there's nothing like a Houston girl. Would you agree? Or no?
There's a lot of what is it?
There's nothing like a Houston woman. Is that true? Is that
I'm not 100%. I'm not from Houston. I'm from Louisiana. So I was born and raised in Louisiana. I came to Houston probably about not even 10 years ago. So the women that I've met in Houston, they're different in my opinion. Yes, like I'm from a smaller city. This is like a big major city. So I think city girls, as opposed to, I wouldn't really consider myself country, but in compared to some of these girls, maybe I am. So
Okay. Jasmine, how would you describe yourself without using mom, wife, daughter, sister, friend?
I'm Jasmine. I could just use my name, right? Yeah, I'm Jasmine.
Use an adjective then.
An adjective. Sweet. I'm a sweet girl.
Okay, okay. Oh, you're Ghanaian, right?
Yeah, I'm Ghanaian.
What's that you post main course that you have Gary, beans, eggs, all in the same plate? What's it called?
Beans. It's called beans.
Beans?
Beans.
You
No,
probably talk about wache.
Yes,
watch.
yes.
You're
Um,
right.
what's
That's
the
what.
significance of eggs in your country? Like, seriously though, what's the significance of eggs? Is there like how countries have national pride, some of them, they have the ram or whichever. Is you guys is eggs?
Eggs are very versatile. You know that. So you can't see when you try it. When you get there, try all the variations they have, and then pick your choice.
Well, I have my own bias to boiled eggs. I don't like it. It makes people fart too much. I can tell somebody's when places stink. I could tell somebody messed the air by, you know.
See, that's why we put the shito in the middle. It will reduce it a bit. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Okay, cool. I just had to, warm your spirit a little bit. All right. Let me switch to this guy, Tayo. You're smiling over there too much, bruh. What's a good first date question? What's your top first date question, actually?
I mean, like, what do you like in spare time? What do you like to do for fun?
That's your first date question.
You said first date question.
First date. When you go on a date, that's the very first question. Ask the person, "What do you like to do in your spare time?"
I mean, what do you like to do for fun? Like, yeah, get to know like what kind of hobbies they like. I mean, the career or work path, whatever they do. I mean, that's normal. You'll go down the line, but a lot of people are different from outside of their work element. So I'll ask questions in regards to what they do outside of work, what they like doing as a hobby when they by themselves, things of that nature.
No, bro. What's your first date question?
okay, just say whatever you think the question should be. What's your first
Yeah.
date question?
You feel it, right? I feel it. He's like, AK's like, I saw Tutu's face too. Tutu was making a face, so I'm waiting to see what she says.
Well, personally, I ask you if you pray.
How you here now? How you
Mm.
listening?
She said, do you pray?
Yeah. Are you listening? First date question.
I'm a prayer warrior, bro.
Not. I'm saying that like first date question. You have one chance to throw out one question, and after that, none. The very first one is, what did you expect that?
You just said first question. You didn't say that was the only question you can ask.
Well, I mean, I'm just reading between the lines. But what's your own?
What's your credit score?
Man,
Like, no, I'm just kidding.
Dang.
Okay.
I don't know what.
Like, I mean, no, that's not gonna be the first question. But I probably ask, like, why are you dating, or how did your last relationship go? Something of that sort. Because why are we on this date? You get what I'm saying? Like, are you just casual? Yeah, something like that.
You know what's funny? Um, I'm here laughing at Tyra, but you won't believe what I actually asked her first this one time on the day, because man, she came like really covered up. I thought she was, a church girl, but then when the minute she started writing, I was like, so I just asked her, I said, man, see, your feet are too covered, man. What do you have under them? Like, please remove your feet and put out. Let's see what you're working there, because, you know, I don't know. But guys, Jamie, Jamie, man, let me ask you this. Then we can jump into our main course for the day. What issues ignite your passion when it comes to making positive impact on the world?
Under 1 minute, the issues that ignite my passion. I like when folks give me credits for the things I do. because I come from a place where folks don't recognize or even give you credit for the things you do. So that really ignites me and keeps me going. So I just want to get recognition. Like today, I've been reading lovely messages from folks telling me, "Oh, MC, you're doing this and doing that." So it keeps me going, following my line of business, which is MCing. Again, I like when folks tell me they're praying for me because I'm a sinner. The more you tell me you pray for me, I not only need to put down much effort praying. I'd rather take that effort, play video games, or take care of my boys. You understand? So continue praying for me. You keep me going on. And I really appreciate those who are praying. And for all the exes who have been praying and still getting into my DM, please continue. Don't stop. You give me the go ahead to know that, okay, the things I did wrong back in the days, I have to work on them now so I don't hurt my wife. Okay. Thank you so much.
Boy, man. You know what? Actually, please take that question and then we'll jump into our main topic. You want me to ask the question again? What issues ignite your passion when it comes to making positive impact on the world? I beg of you to.
I was repeating the question. What issues ignite my passion when it comes to, let me think. What issues ignite? Let's circle back. Let's circle back.
Okay, Jasmine.
Hmm. I'll say myself. I want a better world for myself. So I have to do it for myself.
What is it that is not better right now that you want for it to be better?
There are lots of things going on. Lots of things going on right now. I don't even know where to start from.
Yeah,
But pardon?
just give us two. Give us two.
Well, first there's um well there are always healthcare issues. So there's one. And education too, like I already said before. So
Okay. Well, wait. Actually, did you refresh?
I mean, I think for me, one of the biggest ones for me is bridging the gap. I think there's a big gap in terms of Black people education. Like, I just feel like we're so far behind. Sometimes when you talk to certain individuals that's within our race, and you see how far behind that they are, sometimes you just want to, just shake them, and you're wondering you know, you just where did we go wrong in a sense? So I would just want us to be able to bridge that gap, honestly. Whether it be healthcare, education, just poverty, just living a better life, honestly, for some of us. So
When you said bridge the gap for Black people, are you saying Black people in general, or
yeah, I'm saying Black people in general, myself included. I mean, I feel like it's a lot of things that we can do differently. Me being the first generation graduate in my family, I feel like, it takes a lot to break generational curses based on where you've been, like, based on where your parents have been, just not really having anybody to seek counsel from and know how to go about things, to where you kind of like, I feel like I'm a late bloomer in a sense, because I really didn't have that guidance, so to speak. Of course, I had my daddy; he preached education to me, but just kind of showing you the way sometimes. So I feel like for me, being the age that I am, not having kids just yet, like I really want to be able to instill a lot into them.
gotcha. I only ask because when you say Blacks in general, um, I'm thinking,
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Yeah, there's a gap. You don't feel like there's a gap?
I mean, if there's a gap for me, I always talk about the African American experience.
Mm,
It's a little bit different.
yeah. Okay, I can see that as well.
Gap that you are trying to bridge, when because you say like Black in general, that's like swinging the baseball bat like all the way up there. You know what I mean? But anyways, Tutu, please carry go.
Okay, guys. All right. So actually, because you talked about, like like kind of bridging the gap and then talking about kids and stuff like that. All right, so ladies, we're gonna jump to this topic, right? So I've been seeing a lot of posts lately about marriage and taking husbands' last names and all this good stuff, right? So, how do we feel about solely taking our husband's last name, or are you not willing to? What are your thoughts? Okay, let's start with Jasmine. Jasmine, you too quiet for me, sister girl. Come on, so we're gonna get you to talk. So we're gonna go ahead and let you lead. So, how do you feel about solely taking your husband's last name, or are you not going to?
Okay, so for me, I come from a small family. We're just four, and my dad, well, there are only like four grandchildren. So obviously, I was thinking if I ever get married, I'm going to keep my name and hyphenate it with my husband's name. Because that's what my mom did. And my mom, they're like 6 or 7, and she still did that. Just because I'm used to having that name, and that name means a lot to me. So I would like to keep that and then build on it with my husband. So
Okay, I like that. All right, Barbie, go ahead.
See, we are Africans, right? In our culture, it's culturally required for you to take your husband's last name. So let's begin with that one. There's that aspect. And then I'm not going to go into biblical sense, but personally, I it's a conversation I have to have with my partner, my husband, because I would like to keep my family last name and if can hyphenate it, that's cool. However, you do meet men specifically from I'm not speaking for the man, but the African culture that are very insistent on you taking just their last name. So if that's the case, I don't mind. That's very okay because you're married and marriage requires you leave your father's house and go to your husband's house. So you are required. It's a requirement. It's an expectation. Let me put it that way. That you should have the name, and that doesn't an issue. But it's a conversation we'll have before we get married. I'll talk to him and give him the reasons why I like to keep my father's last name because it means a lot to me. That's just part of me. So I don't want to lose it. So it's just a conversation. But if at the end of the day he's a stubborn man and says no, you have to take my last name, I will not be happy about it. But it is what it is. He's my husband,
Okay.
so
Why stubborn got to come into the mix?
uh-uh. Because everything you have to meet them in the middle now. If
You
I
know,
tell you that's what I want, but you're very insistent that I have to take your last name, only specifically, because I guess, I don't know, I think it has to do with the kids or whatever the situation is, but it's just a conversation. I'll tell you, I would like to keep my last name. And if you don't want it, I will respect it. I may not like it, but I respect it.
I actually broke up with, one of my exes because of that. Like they kept talking about, oh man, like I'm not gonna take the last name or I'm gonna hyphenate it, like this and the third. You know, it's just one of those things that it's an argument that you don't even want to get into in the future. So I just said, man, you know what? I better carry this your mentality and go that way, and I'm gonna keep going this way because that's not even a topic of conversation. But that's just me though.
Yeah, I mean, I when I first like before I used to like think like, okay, you know what? Let me hyphenate my name for a second, only because like I felt like I don't really care to keep my last name because my last name is so freaking common, it's Salon. But like because of all the accolades and all the things that I have established, so it's like, you kind of want to attach that to your name. But at the end of the day, now like as I got older and I thought about it, I'm just like, I'll just take my husband's name because at the end of the day, like Barbie was saying, when you get married, you're now leaving your parents' house. Your father is literally giving you away, like handing you. So why do you want to continue to hold on to that? You know what I'm saying? To like the family, not saying that like I don't know, and like I said, my name is common, so it's like I'm not really missing out on anything. Um, but before, when I was younger, I would say I would want to hyphenate my name. My mom hyphenated her name. Her name is hyphenated. Um, but because of the history of her family and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, I would like, and for kids, when the kids come now, for sure, like we're not even having that conversation. You're taking your father's name. That's it. Like we're not even having this because I've seen people where they've hyphenated, they have the mother's and the father's last name, and I just never understood that. But I mean, hey, to each his own. But when I have kids, you're taking your father's name. That's that.
Yeah. I agree with
Guys,
that.
how do you feel? Guys, how do you feel about? Well, okay, we know how you feel, but MCJB,
Oh,
MCJB, how do you feel about
yeah. I really am a very good example on this side of it. My wife, married for 7 years now, she doesn't have my last name, and she will never take my last name. Yeah, I'm okay with that because I understand. I wasn't getting married to this one because of the name. I was getting married to her because I love her. So I really not too stringent when it comes to decisions like this. And I want to end by talking about Kimora Lee Simmons. Remember, she was married to Russell Simmons. That's the name.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And they divorced sometime 2009. They got married in 1998, divorced 2009, and she kept his last name. Okay. So that's America, maybe because of the fame or whatsoever. Even now she's married to some other dude, I'm sure she still got the last name Simmons on her name. So to me, I don't care about nomenclature. I just feel like the nomen you give to your kids will vary. Yeah.
I agree with you with that because even Shaquille O'Neal's wife, ex-wife, Shawnee O'Neal, she just recently changed her last name because she just got married. But they had been divorced for some time and she kept that O'Neal name. I don't know why people like do it. I mean, to each his own, or maybe she kind of built herself also on that name too. So maybe that's why. But she recently just changed it. So I mean, I think everybody has their own thing. All right, guys, I have a question for the men. Okay, it's a scenario. So tell me what you guys would do. So I saw this thing that says, I just blocked and deaded friendships with four of my homeboys. I had back surgery literally a whole month ago, and not one of those niggas checked on your boy. I ain't say shit. I just blocked and let it be what it is. Niggas wasn't my real friends. How y'all feel? So basically, he got back surgery. His friends, his homeboys, his close friends that he thought he was, never really checked on him to say how you doing, all that other stuff. How you feel? Are you dead in the relationship? Are you dead in the friendship, or what? Kyle,
And
go ahead.
they're aware that I had surgery.
Um,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll really block. Silence will just speak on itself. No communication, me not reaching out. They will just know that I moved on. I feel like I've not to that magnitude, but I feel like I've been in that position already with some people where things just fell apart and it was like no bad blood, you know what I mean? You doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. If we happen to cross paths down the road, we do, but I'm not extending myself or reaching out. And if they don't reach out, I mean, a little, because I used to take it personal back in the day, but now I'm just like, yo, it is what it is. The people that's going to be there, going to be there. If you're not, you're not. You know what I mean? So I don't really take it personal. The ones that are there, I know who's there. I got my fam. They never leaving me. So far as like sisters, cousins, like immediate. So when it comes to friends and stuff, yeah, man. I mean, I'm not going to go and block them, but they just going to know I'm not going to respond. So.
Okay.
It all goes back to that conversation of best friends things and oh, I'm not holding people in a certain regard, high regard than what they are, things like that. Man, I could care less, bro. You know what I mean? First of all,
Mhm.
I'm the type of person that when I'm ill, I don't want people to come around me because it start, nerving me. Like the least thing they do is just start pissing me off. So I try to stay away from folks the best I can, and yeah, it doesn't really face me. It is what it is. People busy too, I mean, they're busy. They got families, they got stuff to do. So what really is a big deal? So far, of course, like the family's there, the doctors are there. What really is the issue, man?
Facts.
Yeah. Let me just to be very honest with you guys, I don't have a best friend. Yeah. I don't trust all those best friend stuff. Folks like AK and uh Ozopulini Neguni Nane Mandela and Elson. I think those are folks that I actually would consider them family, not even best friends no more. Because best friend to me is just an entitlement. So I don't care. I don't care. I have a lot of acquaintances and folks who actually relate to me as a friend, but I don't look at it like that because to me it's all about betrayal. I'm from the street, man. I've seen a lot more betrayal than friendship. So I don't really have a best friend. I have a lot more acquaintances that come around. You know, when you used to love so many girls at one time, you tend not to trust men. So
This man,
yeah,
this
my ex,
man.
yeah. So the amount of girls that I had, honestly, you cannot be dating so many girls and you're having a best friend. The best friend would definitely be. I had a friend who came after me one time because I was dating two girls. So he went and told the other girl all my secrets, like this is what I'm doing, and I lost both of those girls. Guess what? Jeez, no best friends, man.
Well, I mean, maybe he wasn't with you doing the girls dirty, so he had small morals.
It's a lie, jealousy.
Sister, let me tell you, let me tell you, wait, not every man you see walking the face of the earth got game. Few men got game where they can date. Dating multiple women is a whole game and also so much work. So this dude could not, he didn't even have a girlfriend. So for me trying to let him in the game, you go and you take my emails from this lady, you send to the other one, and you took the other message and sent. So I'm sitting there, both girls are like, why didn't you tell me you were seeing another woman? Homie did all that. He hacked my account and come on, man. Was that a friend? And when
Yeah,
I
Did
go to
I can
he
Cameroon
hear
later
that.
anytime I want to
link
hang
up with
around
one
him,
of
he
them?
want
I think that guy was kicked out of
no,
the brotherhood after that.
no.
Maybe
Yeah,
sex and
definitely.
exit.
Definitely. Yeah, he's still there. Both no, now married now. One of the ladies, one is married, the other one is still happily single. You know, but it was that kind of a breakup where I got one day to my email and this lady is sending me the whole to the left, to the left. I'm like, why are you sending me to the left, to the left? She copied the whole song. That was in 2007.
Hey, that was a minute ago. That was like
That was in 2007.
2007,
That's the Beyonce
2007.
lyric.
Yeah,
Oh, you know she's
2007.
done with she's done
She
with you when
sent
she
me.
sent a Beyonce lyric.
Just send me to the left. So I didn't figure it out. It's the other lady who was already out in the States, and I reached out. I was like, she was like, hey JB, don't you know we could be in an open relationship? The worst thing that can happen is a man who cheats doesn't want to catch a woman who can also cheat, you know. So I was like, I cannot be in an open relationship with you because I know fully well that I love you. Then she's like, I received messages from this other woman that you've been sending to. So how can you be in love with me? I don't want an open relationship. My friend caused all that. That dude now is still happily single.
Uh, you see how karma works?
Hey yo.
Tutu, I have a question though, following the question he has the guys. What happened to just rather than him blocking? Because he blocked all his homeboys, correct? Like he just cut
Mm-hmm.
them off and said nothing. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we are grown. What about having conversations? Like, is that so hard? Is that so hard for guys to always like a guy code? You guys don't talk? Like, I'm just curious because everybody's like, it's cool. You know, it is what it is. So I'm like, what happened to if this person was actually a friend, the definition of a true friend, right? And that's what happened to just sitting down with these people and
I think he was
just
like,
It's their egosis, it's their pride.
Nah, there's no need. I went through it where I try to have conversations, and when it's not mutual to a certain level, because I felt like I was that friend numerous times where I was pouring more into someone and I didn't really feel it reciprocated. So it got to a point where I was just like, bruh, let me just scale back. There's no need of me reaching out numerous times, X, Y, and Z. Okay, you might pop up at a party, I'm having an event. I'll say what's up, but it's nothing more than that because just overextending yourself, it just leads to disappointment. So, like AK said, we're grown. People got their own thing going on, families, lives, whatever. You know my number. You know where I live at. So if they need me, they'll hit me up. If not, life moves on. That's. I think that's the growth and maturation process of it. It's like it's no beef. It's just like yo, it is what it is. You build and you make new relationships and you go from there.
so let me
I
ask you,
can't stand that.
The guy made me
Sorry.
to evaluate what kind of friend he is as well. If you had 5 or 4 friends and none of them reached out to you, like, I mean, it could very well be you.
ooh, ooh,
I
you
mean, it
know what?
could. Like all of your friends, none of your friends, not even one of them reached out to you. Like, I mean,
That's true. That's true. She does have a point. Tile says something, and I swear it triggers me every time I hear somebody say that. Somebody be like, "Oh, you know where to find me." That if it doesn't piss me off because it's just like, bro, you don't care. Like, don't tell me you know where to find me, or if you're when you're ready to talk, come find me. Like, I just feel like that's just such a slap in the face. It's because like you don't care. You're basically
Tutu,
saying like when you're
Tutu,
ready to talk, yes sir.
Tutu.
Pull up.
When you were 10 years old, how many friends did you have?
I was calling the cool girl, so I was here and there, I was
Okay,
thinking my
let's go.
ways.
At 20, how many did you get?
Um, hmm, I still had a decent amount of friends. I don't
Okay.
really. Okay, go next question. 'Cause I know this is going to continue.
30. 30.
5.
Thank you so much. Wait till you get to 40. Okay. Wait till you get to 40 because folks are investing in the wrong relationships. When you live in the hood, all you hear about is he got shot because of his girlfriend. He got shot because it was of his boyfriend. She got shot because of the boyfriend. The highest betrayals we get on earth come from friends and
Mm-hmm.
family, the people close to you. So for you to live a happy life on earth, put yourself first before every person. Any person that comes your way as a friend should be additional to what your success. If you are now, my friends right now are in the IT field. All my friends who were actually back in the days where we played soccer in those little days, all they want from me is financial support. Those are not my friends. Okay. If you had a friend that used to be broke, or you guys are the same financial level back then, 20 years ago, now you're getting to a successful level, those friends will actually drop without you dropping them off. So when you're making friends, you grow with your age and you grow with your career. If you become a pilot, you probably have just one friend. So I was just saying that to emphasize the fact that we as Africans, we make the wrong friends because we misconstrued our acquaintances to our friends. You understand? And there are so many people that will just want to be around you that you don't need to be friends with them.
These are friends with. Mm-hmm.
So
That's true.
yes, your pastor cannot be your friend. Your wife cannot be your friend. Your wife is your friend, then you guys have a good friend. Your wife is your wife, then you guys have a good friendship. The moment your wife becomes your friend, you stop being a good husband. I'm just saying.
You know,
Okay.
really, some people really need to get that definition of acquaintance and friendship, really defined in their brains. I mean, there's not everybody that you meet. This my friend, this my friend, this my friend. Like, yo, how many friends do you really have? But to go back to what Ty was saying, there's a level of expectation in things that you mentioned. You know what I mean? It's like you're expecting some things of your friends. But why does it have to be that way? Why do you put so much emphasis on expectation? Oh, because I did this is supposed to happen. Is that really how it's supposed to be?
You get what I'm saying? Like you have that person to kind of be your
Stop switching your future
person.
husband.
No, I'm not.
Man, stop switching your future husband with a
It's
dude.
not. But listen. But let me tell you, if the day I've said this to him, the day that I get into a relationship where I get a man, that relationship right there that we have, I'm not saying that I'm just gonna get rid of him. But now at the end of the day, you see how you have a best friend. My man or my husband is gonna now be my best friend. You get what I'm
No,
saying?
sister, don't do
Why?
that. I've been
But
saying
why
that to
not?
you.
But why not?
This is what you're saying. This is what you're saying. Okay, you are right here. There is a dude right here for you to convert that one, so you guys become one and build a bond.
Who, my
What you're
best friend?
doing is this is what you're doing. This is
No,
you.
he's
This is
not
the
for
dude.
me.
No, hold on. This is you right here. This is the guy who's supposed to be your husband, right? But what you're doing is you're
Mhm.
taking the middleman. The middleman right now is playing the role of your to-be husband. So what you do now is you're switching this role for a best friend. He's now your husband indirectly. You're bonding with this dude in spirit and gifts and all kind of things. All of a sudden, this dude now drops down and you're bringing in a dude now to play the role of both people. It's going to fail. Stop putting the middleman in the midst of you getting a future husband. Take your husband, who is to be your husband in the future, love him the right way, teach him what you want and how you want to be treated, instead of giving all this love to one guy called a friend who is going to induce so much from you and capture so much from you, so much the little thing you have with your boyfriend or your husband, you go cry to your best friend.
Point of
Come on,
correction, best friend, not friend or best friend. But to
best friend.
let me ask this question again. You said he drops, and then your boyfriend or husband then now goes up to best friend status. Please give me 5 characteristics that you would drop for this other person to assume.
Thank you. Who is that? Is that to the ladies, right? Not to me, right?
To anybody who's talking about, men or sex, best friend.
To answer the question,
That's
please.
Tutu.
Oh, this is me?
Yes, so
Yes, come on, answer. Come on, answer.
Okay, well, you said give you characteristics of what?
Give me 5
Five characteristics.
that the other guy would have to, you would just drop them and then this other guy has to assume? Give me 5 characteristics.
5 characteristics that would make me drop my best friend for the guy.
Your husband.
For your
husband today.
husband, the boyfriend, whoever.
It's a boyfriend, right? So what are the things that, give us 5 things that you will stop your best friend from doing so your husband can start
Can
doing?
do them. Yes.
Let me start off with Tutu there. I am one of those people that I'm under the impression that whoever my partner is, opposite to FCJB, I understand you have marriage experience under your belt, but I'm heavy on my partner being a friend. We gotta be friends. You understand? And so if you and I are friends, you know me. You understand? You know what I like, you know my dislikes, you know my quickiness, you know whatever it is that I am, so you know me, right? So the same conversations that I have, like I have this thing where I just randomly that I'll do, like that's very few things, like a lot of things get me excited. I'm a very, I don't say hyper, but I'm a very jovial person. I'll say something that's exciting and I was like, oh my God, I just went to explain this. I said this. If I would tell it to him, the same relationship, the same conversations I'm having with him, or I was going to have with, let's say MCJD, you're my guy best friend, the same conversations I'm having exactly with my partner. Because he needs to match that. It's going to be the exact same thing. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm building the same thing. Because it's like, I need you to, for us to have the same kiki, haha, like that same vibe. I'm trying to build it with you.
What are you saying?
Just marry two husbands.
What are you saying, really?
You
Basically, her best friend has to match her man's energy.
It's like you're
She's saying
talking
it sounds like you're saying they're on the same level. Your best friend and your man are on the same level. I don't see how that can be.
How is
But
that possible? Do you sleep with
I'm
your
just
best friend?
telling you people, whoever I'm going to marry, future husband, if you're listening to this, we gotta be friends, man.
No.
We gotta be friends.
Your best friend. Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
no, I was going to say, I understand that. I heard people say, like, when you have a partner, they become your best friend or you marry. But I figure that in that sense, when people say things like that, if you did have a male best friend, then that guy is now removed, knowing that your partner is now taking all those duties.
Yes.
But it seems like, so the other guy is gone. That's what you're saying, that
see, here's the thing, when it comes to relationships and guy best friends, before you and your partner, whoever that person is, you get into a serious committed relationship, a conversation needs to be had. Like, I'll have to sit down and talk to you, like, before you came into my life, this is a relationship I have with JB. JB and I are friends. You understand? Mm-hmm. You have to, the woman, whoever the woman is, you need to make sure your husband, your partner, whoever it is, has no reason to doubt whatever it is that you have for that, if you're going to commit to him. Now, if it becomes a problem, correct?
No, not correct. You sound like you cheat on your husband.
Yeah, a lot of guys, they don't like male best friends. Like,
they don't.
No,
you have to be willing to get rid of your male best friend.
They just don't.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, AK, go ahead. Because I have something to say about these.
I don't want to confuse this thing about friends and best friends. We're talking about
correct. Best friends, not regular friends. Yeah.
No, answer the question that was asked. Don't bring in your own thing that you're thinking in your head. It was asked friends.
I said, I'm going to make you my best friend, the husband. I'm going to make you my best friend. That's the point. That's the conclusion of that gist.
So wait,
if your husband is your best friend, then who is your friend? Who is your husband?
Huh?
If your husband is your best friend, then who assumes the position of your husband?
My best friend, who is my husband.
It's two.
It's two different people. They see my husband is my best friend, right?
It cannot work.
Why?
No,
Why you?
She has Chef T. Chef T is the boyfriend. Chef T is the best friend. Chef T takes her all the time. He cooks and he's very good at cooking and she loves to eat his food. You get married to a man who cannot cook. So you have to let go of Chef T now to make a best friend.
Why can't my husband?
Why can't let go of Chef T? Why can't?
Because your husband he cannot cook. Your husband cannot cook.
And so, but there's ways to go about it. We can learn how to cook together. We can do something. Tayo doesn't need to be in the picture. I'm confused.
We relationships, right? FCJB, it's about like there's the respect. I guess the part. If the man, for whatever reason, feels you having a relationship with again, with me having a relationship with Tayo, it's a form of disrespect to him, a form of disrespect to our relationship, then that's a conversation. As I said, before you get to that point at the stage, a conversation has to be had prior to that, so there's an understanding. If there's an issue, you guys can squash it.
Simple.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's so
Eke,
easy
what
for
do
you
you
to
have to
say
say? Because
simple.
Eke over there holding his face like a
Yeah.
cliff. Go ahead, Eke. I want to hear this.
See, it's all about you talk. You have
You
conversation.
guys are keep mixing best friends and friends. You guys are cool.
Yeah, you guys are mixing. You're mixing the whole thing. I just keep
No.
telling you that it will not work. It will not work between that. Go ahead, AK.
I don't know.
Tutu, you still owe us 5 things.
I know. She can't
I've
even
been
give
trying to
those
dodge
things.
this question.
You see?
I've really been trying to dodge this
You
question
see?
for real.
See what she was trying to do? She was trying to save up.
Exactly.
She's not trying to set confusion here. No, I'm
Yeah.
you got don't worry.
Sisters, don't do this. Sisters, don't do this to yourself, please. Stop this best friend stuff and your husband being your best friend. No, your
I
husband is
mean,
your
I don't
husband.
know. I don't know. I just feel like Barbie said, if it comes to a point and your husband feels uncomfortable and he doesn't, then we can have that conversation and that's it. Simple. Because at the end of the day, that's my man. I'm gonna respect him at the end of the day. If you feel uncomfortable, then hey.
Are you not
just like vice versa.
Are you not allowed to have male friends, or are males not allowed to have female friends?
I am.
Okay. So let's not remove the ability to have friends in all spectrum. My question really is, when you say a man is your best friend, and when you marry, you downgrade the man, your best friend, to whatever, and then you upgrade your husband to best friends. I just need 5 things that you are taking away from one person and giving it to the other. Just 5.
Just let others.
Why do we have to take away something?
Ladies, just name the 5 things you do. First thing you do is that you will take loyalty from your best friend and give it to your husband. That's 1.
No, I wouldn't take loyalty. Honestly, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and cap on this recording. No, at the end of the day, I can't give you 5. But I don't think I'm the loyalty. I don't think I'm gonna take loyalty away from. No, because at the end of the day, whatever my best friend has told me in his deepest darkest, I'm not gonna sit there and because I'm married now, I'm gonna go ahead and break that loyalty. No.
So this is what
Am I supposed to break the loyalty?
Did you understand the question?
No, you just said.
So AK is saying that. AK is saying that now. You have a best friend who is a guy. And now this guy is playing the role of your future husband. Now that you're bringing your husband, you're now married to this guy. What qualities, those 5 characteristics that you're going to take from your boyfriend, from your best friend, that you think you can share it with your husband? Which 5 qualities can you take from your best friend and give it to your husband?
So I think another way of looking at it too is like, instead of saying characteristics, let's say 5 actions or 5 things that you used to do with your best friend that you now knowing you have a husband or boyfriend, you know you can't do that no longer with him because you have this guy. What are those 5 things that you're now going to do with your man that you are no longer going to do with your former best friend?
Because according to you and your best friend talk about everything, right? You talk about everything. So now when you have an issue with your husband at home, who do you run to first?
My husband.
Tutu this talk before. I've never seen Tutu this talk before.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I don't have answers. So you know what? Y'all ate me up with this one. So I just be quiet and keep my mouth closed. I'm not gonna get on this call and start capping. It's okay. I'm sorry.
Because I'm saying
I said what I said though, but I don't have the answers.
No, make your point.
But what is so wrong with the things that you did with your best friend? You decide doing it, like if, for example, I'm just using as an example, like you get like a flat tire, you guys happen to be in the same city. If you used to call your friend like, "Yo, I got a flat tire."
AAA.
XYZ. Why can't I have to have my husband?
AAA, girl. AAA. You play very.
So not only tire is changing.
Actually,
yes.
Barbie, don't answer that question because they're trying to set you up. They're trying to set you up. So don't answer the question because when you answer that question, you say and say, "Oh, the same thing I'm doing with my best friend." They'll be like, "Well, then why doesn't that best friend be your husband?" Then
thank you so much. You got it. You got it. That's it.
I knew it was going. That's what it was.
That's it.
I just knew
That's
it.
You know,
that's the loop.
Right. One thing is this, right? You can tell, and there's no jab to nobody. Let me just put that there for now. even though somebody might feel. You can tell someone's mentality by how they'll answer this particular question. You can now make something fit your own criteria because you feel good in that moment. But there are so many different implications that these things that you're saying can bring. Now let's flip the script. If it was done to you that way or said to you that way, how would you react to it? It'll be, oh no, the guy shouldn't have this, the guy shouldn't have that, or is this. But then when they bring it to your doorstep, you want to give any and every silly ass excuse in the book. Let me hear that thing.
Wait, that way. When if it's vice versa, and you have a girl best friend.
Yes.
If I feel uncomfortable now, then we're gonna have a conversation like we had this.
It's not if.
Have a conversation.
It's only
now.
a matter of when. There's no if. Let's be real.
So let me give you 5 things.
So basically, you guys are uncomfortable and you guys are kind of insecure. Is that what I'm hearing?
Tutu, let me give you 5 things.
Jasmine, even Jasmine even said, yeah, look at that. You see? She's quiet. She said, yeah.
You girls love to throw insecure. Nobody's insecure.
Oh my God. I hate that word.
Let's ask Aziz this question. Please,
no.
Aziz, call. Why are you refusing?
Hold on.
Jasmine, you were making a point.
Yeah, so the guys are insecure about that because they know what they're doing with their girl best friends. That's why they put up their walls and are like, no, you can't do that. No, they know what they're doing. So the guy is looking at that.
We have female best friends. All of us agree that we have female best friends. So it's not
Good job, Jasmine.
We don't have. We're just saying how would you feel in that situation if someone is not coming. But
you leave them, right?
You guys
leave them.
Men, all you men here, tell me something. Have you guys not experienced in a relationship the minute you say, oh, I want to do this is, oh, I know women and I know they're thinking about it in a certain way. Have you guys not experienced that? Have you not got
so much? My wife tells me that all the time.
Tell me the same thing. I want to open their flip-flops and be yapping.
She tells me that all the time. Yep.
Is that still your own security that you're showing?
She tells me that all the time.
You showing?
And AK, the answer Tutu cannot give. Tutu, 5 things I would lift my girlfriend, my best friend to my wife. My wife will cook for me. My best friend used to cook for me, right? My wife cooks for me. My best friend used to help me with laundry. My wife does that. Friend will help me once in a while. I can go to the store, pick up 1 or 2 tin milk or something when I'm not around. My wife will be doing that for me. My best friend can help me with cash when I'm like, maybe I have to go to the bank and pull out some money and I'm stuck at the time. My wife will do that for me. My best friend can help me come to the hospital when I'm sick and all those things. My wife will do that for me.
So why are you not with your best friend?
Because she was not a wife.
Why wasn't she a wife?
Oh, man,
because I told you what happened. I told you there was never a point where I will upgrade a best friend who is a female to become my wife. You are my wife. It stays right there. You are my friend as a woman, my acquaintance. We have to keep it right there. Because if I can sleep with you while you're my friend, you can as well sleep with my best friend when we're married.
Yeah. Tyler just nodding his head. Tyler just nodding his head. Please, that makes sense. Aziz, go ahead.
I kind of walked in the middle, but I kind of agree with the ladies. I think your best friend and your husband are one and the same. The woman that I marry, I'm gonna be her best friend, right? Unless she has a female best friend that they've been close for X amount of years before me, and they've gone through things that I can't relate to. There's me, the best friend, the boyfriend, the provider, the protector.
Okay, let me stop you there first of all.
Yeah. I was about to say stop him because he's on the wrong path.
The wrong thing.
It's not what you think. It's separated.
She has
two men.
That's a male best friend, and then you are the husband.
No, she doesn't. She has me as her husband and best friend.
But that was the scenario we're talking about. They're saying
JB did also say that I can't be your best friend and your husband. He did say that. JB.
Oh no, I'm your best friend and your husband. I'm all of that. I'm all of that. That's what I'm here for. I'm your best friend. I'm the best friend. I'm your husband. I'm blowing your back out. I'm the one you call when everything goes right, when everything goes wrong. I'm like.
So to answer this question though, she has a male best friend and you are the husband now, best friend. What is it that the other guy is playing in her life?
He's not playing nothing. He's out. He knows that too. Me and him gonna have that conversation though. She doesn't have to have it. So he just needs to know I'm here. He just needs to know I showed up.
According to all of them, they're supposed to have that guy. What say you to that?
I quite so.
We didn't say that. No, we didn't say that. We didn't say that.
The guy is not comfortable.
We did not say
If
that.
the guy is
Did not.
Wow.
This platform. Different rules
We
for
did
different.
not say that. We
Pandemonium.
Barbie we specifically said if he feels uncomfortable, that we would be willing to even end the friendship. We said that, did we not? Thank you.
But it shouldn't even have to come to that point. That's what we're saying. You should automatically know. Is it that we have to come and say that, oh, you should remove this guy?
Especially guys know guys too, though. So once the right guy shows up, that guy's gonna step back anyway. If he respects himself, he's gonna get out the way. Well, I'm gonna get him out the way. So
I was about to say, Aziz, you know, some brothers don't respect themselves, bro. You might have
that's
to.
true. I'm gonna get him out the way.
Let them know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him out the way then, and it won't be a problem. So
The thing is,
we're playing, but as soon as I show up, when the man shows up, he better know it's time.
I just feel the conversation that shouldn't even have to be said. You should already know, like, handle your own. I'm the guy now. Do what you got. For me to now come in and say that, oh, let's have a conversation. This, and this. What were you guys? There should be no need. You should, like you guys said, you should already know the values and things that you were doing with him is going to drop off, and you're now putting that into your man. For me to now come in and have to ask you what's still going on, and I'm still seeing this, then that already shows me the level of where my woman or where that girl is at the moment. If we have to have a conversation.
So we did say that before that happens, we're going to have a conversation, right? Like before anything.
Girl, they not listening. You ain't talking too much because they're not listening to us. They're not listening.
Of course, we're not listening to you ladies because you ladies.
What we're saying is that
you're going contrary to what you're saying.
It should be automatic. No conversation needed. I mean, the guy now, the other guy is gone. Simple.
I mean, even if it needs to be a conversation, the conversation can be had, and it can be had amicably, right? It doesn't have to be a contentious situation or a situation where it creates an adversarial experience for either side. So we can have that conversation because sometimes it needs to be had, to be completely honest, right? Sometimes they're so close, right, that they don't even understand that boundaries are being crossed. And you come in
when being best friends.
You don't know boundaries are being crossed.
What are you talking about? I don't know your boundaries are being crossed.
Who doesn't know what boundaries
What are you talking about, man?
If I have to tell you our boundaries, my friend,
very soon it's going to be it's going to be as if I'm coming against you.
I'll now have to tell you the
Come on, man. Let me just keep listening.
Certain things don't have to be spelled out.
That's communication 101, though. If you feel like she's just supposed to know, then you kind of already lost the marriage, right? You got to be able to
mind read us.
No, that's not my. Oh goodness.
Well, I will say this: my dad is totally against it. So for me, I like automatically, like if I have a male best friend, like they're gonna drop off because he tells me like you can't have a husband and have a male best friend, like you can't. Like, you know, so I know that myself personally, like I would put them in a situation to have that.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you.
You know, so I mean, I know that because my dad preaches it. Faith religious. So
kudos to your dad. He's a good man.
Let me take a poll real quick. Who believes here, outside of marriage, forget about marriage, who believes here that men and women can be best of friends? Just raise your hand.
Outside of marriage?
Outside of marriage.
Yeah, a single woman. Yeah, I believe a single woman and a man can be best friends. I do.
Okay. Not even a single dude put up the hand.
Okay. You get married, right? You get married. Who believes in the man and woman should be best of friends? Oh no, sorry. You get married. Who still believes that you got to keep your best friend? You got to keep that title best friend.
Okay.
No, my best friend is not.
Okay. I want to put my hand up, but I want to say this. I want to believe that my wife, who is having a best friend, who is a female, they shop together, they cook together, they do their stuff together.
No, it's opposite sex.
No, hold on. This is what I said. Get what question. If my wife has a best friend that they do everything together as a female, they cook, they do all those things together, keep that woman as your best friend. I don't mind because I cannot play that role. I'm not going with you to go shop. But if you have a guy who is actually going to be 2 a.m., you're calling to go take care of your car will stuck somewhere while I'm there. Nope, you don't need that best friend.
So why you ain't answer at 2 a.m. then?
So I'm there with you. I will be there for you. I'll be there for you at 2 a.m. to help you or send AAA. But you
so then why should I call my best friend then? If you're there,
that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying, that my wife cannot keep a dude at that level who's going to be helping her while I'm there. I got to play my role. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But if she's going to keep a best female friend where they can go shop together and spend my credit card, keep that friend. I don't mind. But if you guys are bionic, then there's a problem.
As it, do you have a female best friend?
Me, nah.
Why not?
Only the chicks I'm dating, they become best friends.
Yeah. Cool. Anyways,
Good.
Okay. All right.
I just had to
So
read the question.
moving on to the next topic, right? So this is a really good topic. I don't know if you guys seen it's a clip. I could put it in the chat, but basically the gist of it all, Steve Harvey on his talk show, he had a mom come and she asked for advice, where she was basically asking, saying that, hey, I'm married, I have 2 boys, and sometimes like her husband, when they mess up, they fuck up, they do things, her husband disciplines them, but sometimes she feels as if the punishment is too harsh, and he's being too hard on the guys. So what Steve was basically saying, like, you're the mom, he's the dad, let him be the dad, they're men, they're boys. And he asked a really good question, I thought it was really dope, where he said, um, do you want your sons to grow up and be the man that you marry? And she said yes. And so then he said, so why are you blocking the way that he parents, or why are you involving or interfering yourself in how he disciplines? So my question is, how do you guys feel about um like kind of gender roles in a sense when it comes to parenting? Do you feel as if the mom should discipline the daughters and the dad should discipline the boys? Or do you feel like as if it's kind of like a co-parenting thing? MCJB, I'm gonna let you take this off because I mean you're the one with the kids here and married. So how would you go about that?
Okay. As a parent, I know your question is it more like an explanation, or what is your question? What?
So do I guess yeah, maybe explain how the co-parenting works in a sense. You do have two boys, right?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
yeah. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but yeah, just explain.
Okay. So the first thing that we do is, before you want to bring offsprings on earth, you want to actually talk about how you're going to mentor those kids and how you're going to train them. Kids should not just come per chance. So we actually talked about these kids and waited for them. So when they came, it was all about, I want my kids to look like their dad, resemblance, and also their mannerisms and also their heart. Okay. And my sons, like they say, most women will have the bond with their sons. My sons can do without their mom, but they cannot do without their dad. That's because of what I've been instilling in them. You understand? And my wife has no problem with that, because she will always tell me, I want my kids to look like you. I am more prayerful than you, but you're more spiritual than me. So when it comes to prayers, my son can pray like their mom. They can do all that good stuff. But now when it comes to me raising my kids, I raise my kids in the way that I want them to look like me, and not all the good things about me, because I have some things that are not too good and the bad things too. But I can never say, Nisi, go do this, when the mom says, don't do it. So we co-parents very well. But before we co-parent, we sleep over it at night, and we actually raise those kids well towards an epitome of their dad, and not overshadowing what their mom also has to portray, because the mom is the giver of life and she must actually have the bond with the kids. So we raise our kids together. No one is out there to be right or wrong. We train them the right way. Proverbs 22 verse 6. Teach a child how they should live. When they grow old, they will not depart from it. Thank you.
Okay, so that was really good. So in the sense, like, say, okay, you guys end up having a girl, right? So now, when it comes time for your wife to discipline her, would you kind of like step in and interfere and say, hey, no, this is what you shouldn't do, or are you going to allow your wife to be the disciplinarian when it comes to raising your daughter?
In our house, we don't say no. We only say yes. And we say yes to things that are right. You understand? So when it comes to that, I will not contradict because it's a boy or girl. Because to me, Homo sapien is not about male or female. I believe in egalitarian principles. So I think they will all get the treatment under the law.
I bet go
Wait a minute, though. Wait, hold on.
Rewind. Say that again. In your house, you do what now?
Egalitarian.
Wait, hold on. No, in your house, you don't say no. You only say yes. So
Oh,
when
he disappeared.
you don't say yes, what is that? I don't know.
Oh, he disappeared. Okay, he's come back. Okay, let's go to Jasmine. Girl, I'm picking on you because you're quiet, so I need you to be talking. What do you feel when you have kids? How do
AK,
you feel about that?
Zoom kicked them off, AK. They said it was tired of his BS.
Jasmine, what do you think?
Okay, so it's two parents. Two parents brought children into the world, so they each have the right to bring them up however they want. And considering the boy or girl thing, girls are daddy's girls, boys are mommy's boys. So at some point, well, obviously the parents supposed to come together and agree on one thing on how they are going to go about it. If the mom is going to discipline the boy, they should come together, agree on it, and then the mom goes ahead. Because the moment you say the boys are disciplined by their dads and the girls are disciplined by their moms, the children kind of then perceive it as, okay, I'm safe with daddy, but I'm not safe with mommy. And then that unbalance comes in. So you have to be on the same page for both genders.
That's true. She did make a good point. I like how she said the fact that like sometimes like if you have one parent, parenting the one child, they're gonna feel like as if they could try this with the one parent, but they can't try with the other parent in a sense. So it's good to be on the same wavelength. Ashley, go ahead. And then
So
we'll
wait,
go
isn't
to
that even sexist though?
That
Is that
is, yeah,
what?
I was about to say that for the dad to only take care of the discipline the boys and the mom to
Okay,
discipline the
so
girls only. That's
let me explain that, right? So they were basically saying like guys need their fathers in their lives, right? And a woman can't really raise a man. You get what I'm saying? Like she can, but she really can't. There's certain things that a man or a boy needs to learn, and he can only learn that from a father figure, in a sense. You agree, right?
facts.
So
Facts.
that's what he was explaining, and he was just saying like you guys can co-parent, but don't step in and say, "Oh, you're being too harsh on the boys
Facts.
because so and so." But I understand. Anybody else has anything
It's a village to
input?
raise a child, right?
Say that
What'd you
again.
say?
It takes a village to raise a child, right?
Right.
Um, Also, too, just because the dad is there does not mean he's a dad. Just because
Mm-hmm.
the mom is dead does not necessarily mean they're a mom. You know what I mean? And I've seen men and women being raised by only a woman, and all of them turn out perfectly fine. But they also had father figures in their lives, their uncles, older men in their lives, in church too, that brought them up, at the same time. So I think it's a division of labor, if you ask me. It's a division of labor. Like today, one person will put their best foot forward. Tomorrow, the next person will put theirs. But the most important part is just knowing that, hey, when somebody says no, you can't go against that, because then it starts giving that kid that mentality of, oh yeah, that pick me mentality, things like that. So, and also too, both parents have to be able to agree on, ways to raise their kids. Hey, we don't want these kids to have sugar, no sugar, period. We both agree on that. That's what you sit on, things like that. So when a kid or a boy only sees things from a man perspective, um, what if their dad was a serial cheater? What do you think he's going to be when he grows up?
Monkey see, monkey do.
You know, um,
That's true.
if the girls, were only going by their mom, and their mom was constantly, being violent, or also, being a cheater too, or sleeping here and there and there, what do you think they're going to be?
Same thing.
So,
I
so
think when it
Okay.
comes to the co-parenting, like just to piggyback off AK and Jasmine, I think the main issue in that situation is like when you're disciplining a child, one parent, the mom should not come in and step in when the dad is disciplining them. The reason for that is like it can be times where the dad is even wrong when it comes to discipline daughters or the boys, but that's something that you should always do in private, because when you do that in front of the kids, that's when they now choose sides and like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
if mom does this and dad is disciplining me and she stops, and in their mind mentally now they know like mom is a safe space. I can always go to her when this is happening. And just me personally, even like my own, that's something my dad has even told me myself. Like it was many times when we all got our ass whooped and we know we probably didn't deserve it. But my mom knew damn well she wasn't gonna say nothing in that moment. She'll, when they get back to the room, she might be like, "Hey, yo, you probably went a little too hard on that. You know what I'm saying? But I never saw that. So it was always like a unified, you know what I'm saying, cohesion where like we said like they're on the same page. And then if there is disagreements, I never knew about it. That's something they'll do in private. So for next time they know like, hey, maybe we can do it like this. But to do that in front of the kids and to show that they're not on the same page, that's not a good step when it comes to co-parenting. You always want to make sure you're unified when it comes to the children.
And my mom used to fuck us up, and my dad would just sit there with his newspaper just reading. When she,
Oh,
you
bruh, it was
good job.
bruh. Nah, I got saved one time by my grandma, and it wasn't even like she stood in. I ran behind her, and my dad was like, "Hey, yo, you ain't about to whip me with grandma right here." And my dad was the type of person like he would let me know, like, "Hey, yo, you got lucky." Like it was so many times in church, I'll go to the elder, like, "Yo, this guy's tripping," and then he would look at me and be like, "If not for that person." I'm just like, yo, man, it's all love. It's all love at the end of the day. I mean, it didn't seem like love back then, but it's love. It's love.
That's what I used to say too. I used to think that me getting in trouble all the time. I used to be like, I hate my parents. You know when you get upset and then it'd be like,
Man.
dang, like why they treat you like that? But now I
Bro,
really understand as
the
you get
worst.
older.
You go
You
to
be
your
like
room,
slam the door, you do all that stuff, like
now
you just
you
be
be
but
punching the wall like.
but now I understand. I actually understand because my dad always used to tell me be like, when you get older, you're gonna say, oh, daddy told you so. So now I be sitting here like, okay, I understand where you're coming from, so I get it. Okay, men.
I was gonna say, kind of want to pick up where AK what AK was putting down, because I really believe that more is caught than taught, and it doesn't necessarily matter who's raising the children. It's more about what they see on a consistent basis, right? So my thing is just I want to be a present father, right? All this hustle and bustle, make more money, this, that, and third. Once the kids get involved, all that stops for me, right? Because it's all about them. It's all about instilling in them everything that I learned and making sure they become the best version of themselves, right? And I think that for me personally, I'm going to be more involved with my daughters than my sons, right? And that's because I think the son part is not as it's not as challenging as the women because I need them to have a mindset about life and how they approach a lot of different things. And these are things that I can give them before they have to experience these things, right? So wisdom is knowing what to do, right? So you don't have to go through certain things. And if I went through certain things and saw women go through certain things, my daughters are not going to go through those things. As a matter of fact, my daughters are probably going to be terrorists. They're not playing no games with these dudes. And these men are coming correct with my daughters. And it's like, you said what?
I have a question for you, a hypothetical, right?
So, yeah, go ahead.
You say you're not going to be so fixated on your son, but not that I'm saying that it's going to happen. But what if one of your sons, switch sides?
It would
switches to the other side.
It's genetically impossible. It's genetically impossible.
Ah.
It would never happen.
Don't tell Gary. Don't tell Gary.
That too.
It's genetically impossible, bro. It will never happen.
Kingdom Mate, I really want to stand with you on that one because I think DR the other day we're talking about this, and I told some dudes that my sons will never love a man; they will love women. And I told you guys last week that I teach my kids how to love ladies, right? Yeah, there's no way my son can do that. No, we're moving to Cameroon. By the time we come back, you'll be straight. So straight like a ruler. I'm sorry.
And there's no way my son is going to watch how I treat his mom every single day and say, I want to try men. It's the same thing with my daughters. They're going to watch how their mother is treated and how I treat them. And they're going to be like, what can you do for me that my dad hasn't done for me?
Period. Okay. Good job. I like that. You need to have that type of love that your kids even feel sick. Like, dang, mommy and daddy love each other that much. Yeah, that's
exactly.
True.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right, men.
I'd love to see us. So,
okay, did you have a question?
No, I was just doing a comment.
Okay, most of you went to high school in the States, right? Yeah. Most of you were bullied back in high school, right? It was back in the days, right?
No,
Africans will move to the States. That's what most of us.
I was definitely bullied. I was definitely bullied.
You're the bully. Yep. At least
And you are proud to say that with confidence in your chest.
he's a funny guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
Imagine.
absolutely. I'll tell you why
Yeah. He
too.
was a
Because I used to watch the Africans get picked on.
Thank you.
And then they tried me, right? And I was like, you know what? Since this is so funny to y'all, I'm gonna make sure I terrorize every single one of y'all every opportunity I get.
Thank you.
So I got so good at joning, so
Okay.
good at all of it that I was the guy creating the show, and they were on the menu. They became the food, and I did it for the Africans too. You can ask Terrence. Terrence was to high school with me. They used to cook the hell out of Terrence, and I used to cook Terrence too. And then I realized, oh, they're only cooking him because he's African, and I switched sides and started defending Terrence.
Yes.
Mm,
So
O'Shea
my question was, you guys actually you had these scenarios where most Africans who came to the States, they got bullied. I went to boarding school. I also bullied so many kids, and I also got bullied. Now that you're having a child in America, like a daughter or something, and you're an African dad or whatever, you are a black dad, your kid goes to school and is bullied, right? Your daughter, your son. Do you let it sink like, okay, when I was in high school, I had to bully these other kids, I got bullied, or you're going to stand for your kids?
Yeah, stand for them, man.
Day one,
I
stand.
fight kids.
Hey,
What you
chill
talking
out,
about?
chill out, chill out, chill out. You better not touch my kid. You wildin', you wildin'.
Okay.
Ain't nobody touching my kid.
So
Yeah.
if you can stand for your child who is actually being bullied in school and stuff like that, if your child decides that they want to be bionic, they want to be transgender or LGBTQ whatsoever, you as a parent, you will say, okay, it's your choice, take it and run with it. We
Choice
should
for
not
what?
also go ahead, bro.
Choice for what? How did they come to that choice?
That's what
Adi?
that's what I'm saying. So because when Aziz said it, yeah, I think ladies are like, oh, good for you, good for you. I'm saying that as a parent, if you can recognize that you can stand for your child who is getting bullied and getting into now living sodomy or whatever they're doing, is it sodomy? That's what they call it, right?
Sodomly, I think. Yeah.
Sodom, yeah. I will stand for my child. You cannot be gay as long as I'm alive. It would take me 6 feet down. No way.
Well, my dead body.
Oh, thank you.
It's like African man.
No way. Nah, JB, just based on what you said last week, man, you're already 10 times ahead of the curve. So I can definitely see your son's not.
I told you that my sons already know that they're supposed to like girls.
You
When they see a
said
beautiful
3 on
woman, they
1.
smile. Yeah, and okay, talking about when they see a woman, they smile. When they see a woman, they know this is something going on, they smile. You know, you want to love a woman. Come on, man. Look at everything about a woman. Look at the boobs. Look. Let me take it easy, man. Let me take it easy,
After
man.
hours is not yet.
Let me take it easy, man. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let me
Go
ask
ahead,
you,
Tutu. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Jasper, let me ask you this. Wait, how many relationships have you been in? And when was the last time you how long have you been single for? When was your last relationship? If I ask you the true question.
Now a few years.
What's a few years?
2,
Two. Okay. So how many relationships have you been in?
just 2.
Just 2. Okay. Do you mind telling us one of an unintelligent lie that one of those guys gave you that you looked at him, you're like,
Okay. So I happened to chance on a picture of him on a date with another lady. But according to him, it wasn't a date. So I asked him to give me a definition of a date. Well, I gave him a definition of a date. I was like, okay, you get dressed, you go out, take pictures alone with another lady. What is it called? He said it's called a date. I said, okay, I rest my case. But his friend group is similar to my friend group. We share the same friend group. So I got to know through a friend that even after that date, he still found a way to lodge somewhere else with the lady. He came back with evidence. He said, no, it wasn't a date. There's nothing going on. And then the lady travels. So he was still on it that, no, it wasn't a date. And then the lady comes back again. The same thing happens again. I get evidence again. And he says there's still nothing going on. So right now, I have evidence. So what's your excuse? And that was it.
wait, still lodging. Lodging, is that like the You went find hotel room, or
Yeah, Airbnb and everything. Yep.
just had to find out from some other folks who don't understand that lingo. But damn, okay. Um, um, Ashley, do you have one? I don't. No, no unintentional lie man never told you. You just don't want to share. But okay, let me ask you this: what is one thing you want to change about? No, wait. What is one thing that used to make you happy, but no longer makes you happy?
You said one thing that used to make me happy, but no longer makes me happy. One thing that used to make me happy, but no longer.
Cheating.
Men.
Chai. Hey.
So you're switching sides then?
What?
You're switching sides?
What did you say?
Are you switching sides?
No, I'm not switching sides, but I mean, sometimes you allow these men to like just sell you a facade, to where it's like, something I don't think men understand is sometimes we will allow certain things, sometimes just for, like we'll know what's going on, but we'll just allow, certain things. I think I'm getting to an age now where I can't just allow certain things to happen. With me knowing, of course, like, we play along sometimes. I just can't play along anymore. So I think that's what takes the fun out of it sometimes.
Okay, so it's not the men, but it's that particular thing that they're doing, or it's still the men?
Abi.
What did you say? The certain things that they do, or men in general?
And is it in general, or is it the certain things that they do? Which one is?
I'll say the certain things that they do.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
I just
like breathing.
Tutu, I beg. This one.
The funny thing is, the funny your it's an X in it. You might as well go out and remove it then if that's your problem.
Yeah.
But okay. Barbara, what is the worst way someone ever abandoned you?
Let me see. I'm thinking. Is it like in a friendship or relationship or?
Sure. If you like, bash us men again.
I don't know. I have to think about it. I'm not sure.
Okay. So take this one then. As a lady, what can you offer to a man so that he would not leave you for another woman?
I don't think I can offer him anything for him not to leave. If he wants to leave, he gonna leave.
Okay. Jasmine, do you share the same sentiments?
I can't. He's not tied to me. If he wants to leave, he's going to leave. Yeah.
All right. Tutu, I don't know if you have anything else. Seems as if people are playing, a little.
Like, but again, honestly, if I can, what is it? I can tell him that if it's sex, we can do whatever you want. He's still gonna leave if he finds another woman. I can be the most amazing human being out there. I can be caring. I can be sweet. I can do all of that. You cannot force somebody to stay. If he wants to leave, he gonna leave, and he's still gonna go and come back and tell you his full chest. See, you have all of these amazing qualities, but you see Tutu like that. Tutu's nyash.
No.
You
No,
see,
sister.
it is different. You understand?
Babi, you're making yourself available to the wrong people. You're making yourself available
He's
to the wrong
gonna
people.
leave. He's just. I'm just saying, but in general, it's a characteristic. Whether it's a man and a woman, there's nothing you can do to physically make. It doesn't have to be a man. It can be a man and a woman. There's nothing you can do to make them stay. They're gonna leave.
Let me ask you this, right? What if, for example, this man told you, you know what? You could be a better cook, but then you still refuse to want to learn how to, and you say, oh man, it's X, Y, and Z. You don't think that you actually learning how to cook would keep that man with you?
First of all, if he tells me you can be a better cook, I will go find cooking classes and cook, and I will cook. I will even take him and try. If you are going, come and say the salt is too much. I'll say, okay, baby, no problem. I will go back. I will cook. And cook.
So in that sense, then you don't think that that's something that you can do to keep the man from going to another woman?
That is okay. So in general sense, right? I guess to answer your question, as if I want to find out what it is, why is it that he's leaving or he wants to leave me? What are the reasons? If I can figure out what those reasons are, then I can try and do my best to fix it so he can stay. correct? So we can have, everything's about a conversation, correct?
Yes.
But in general, if somebody, before we even get to that point, right, before we get to the point where he's even thinking of leaving, would have had these conversations, would have tried to fix things. You both, man, you guys would have figured there's something wrong. And if the woman is intuitive enough, you look for ways on how to fix it. But again, if any human being has made up their mind that they want to leave, they will leave. It doesn't matter, they will.
Guys, you see this nonsense that I mentioned earlier, that women create these things for themselves. When we asked this particular question to the guys in a previous episode, they all had at least 4 different reasons of what they would do.
Yeah.
But you ask the woman, all of you carry a cocoa heads and rally on that one person. Yeah.
Oh, no, they don't have to.
AK, what would you do to get a woman not to leave if she wanted to leave you?
Not a damn thing.
I think the way you worded the question
is the way you
worded the question. Like you're saying, like, if a man wants to leave, like if a man wants to leave, he's gonna leave, no doubt about it. But you're saying, like, if a guy is telling you, I need you to change X, Y, and Z, are you willing to change those things?
That's a different question.
Different, exactly.
The same question was posed to the guys here.
Was it worded the same way?
It was worded the exact same way.
Okay, so you tell us, AK.
How are things that they will contribute to that? Don't worry, I'll go and dig this clip up. It's about 3 episodes, no 4. I'll go and cut this clip for you specifically, Ashley, and it will answer your question.
You can't just off the fly tell us what you would do. You have to go and pull a clip up.
My number one thing that I'll do first of all is, what can I do better? That's my number one question, because there could be a plethora of things that I could do. But my number one question I'll ask is, what can I do better that make you not, shift from this position? Then maybe it was something that I was not doing that she wants me to do. So I need to understand that. But for me to just flat out say, oh, if a woman wants to leave, she's going to leave. Come on now.
Look, AK, that sounds like you. That sounds like something you would say. Like, I mean, you're saying these things now. If we asked the question to you, that's what you would have been telling us. Like, oh, I'm not going to try to, am I going to die for a woman? Like, that's you. Like, that's what you would be telling us. So, and
that's what I always say. That's what I always say is how you view me, and that's perfectly okay.
Oh, is it just the way I view you?
Everybody, did someone cut off my mic? You guys can hear me.
No, you can
hear you.
I was talking to Babi. I said, Babi, you're making yourself available to the wrong man.
You?
Or the wrong man,
How
yeah.
so?
Because when the man comes, when I met my wife, I had like 8 girls I was talking to at the time. When I met my wife, I knew this was the woman. Okay. And she told me one thing. She said, if you're looking for a play girl, I'm not that woman. If you're looking for a wife, then wife me. I did not sleep for 2 months. The moment I left Maryland, I came back, I was walking towards getting her a ring. Okay. Because I've been messing around with girls who were not wives. So as a woman, when you give that vibes, they call it in Nigeria Ashawo vibes. You pull Ashawo vibes towards yourself. Okay. You are just good as a playmate. You are just good as a bedmate. You're not making yourself available. Okay. I will always say this. Once you're a woman and you believe in the Lord, you will date a man towards the Lord. There's so many girls who will tell me, hey, let's keep abstinence. I will abstain with you. I will not sleep with you, but I'm taking something from you, which was more than sex. So when you think men are coming to you because of sex or because of this, no. A man will love you from his heart, but he will let go of you over a tramp because that tramp is listening to him. If you think you can cook for me and give me the bomb sex, but you're going to knack, okay, you can never be a housewife. So our African women, they need to have the value of marriage, which is being taught by their parents or mothers back in the days. These modern African women, they don't have the value of marriage. They have the value of chasing cloth, girls trip. I have my own. I can do this all by myself. The moment you have all those things by yourself, you succumb to the Lord is my strength, my stronghold. Who shall I fear? The Lord is not going to get married to you. Take the Lord, make him your strength. Let him give you the spirit to love a man who's going to be yours, and stop giving guys cheap sex, because we really do love cheap sex out there. Thank you.
I like how you always end it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like I said what I said. Thank you now.
No, because when I see, let me say something about all of you. If I was to date Jasmine, right? She's dated 2 guys her whole life. I would date Jasmine and I would never let her go, because I know what I would do to her, which will keep her coming back to me. Most men are narcissistic in nature. So you see a man who is narcissistic and you think that man actually has love for you. He would like, I would never tell a woman I don't want you no more. What am I doing? I'm holding on to you. But until you think you found a guy who's better than JB, then you want to let go. Barbie, I would date Barbie. Barbie likes to go on vacation. So if I have money to spend, we are flying all over the world. She'll be in the hotel room with me, but I'm sleeping with the next door neighbor.
God forbid. What?
That's what we
Take it
do.
back.
No. I'm keeping it real with you. I'm keeping it real with you because you've told me how you wanted. You've told me how you wanted to be, how you want to be treated, right? If I want to get to Tutu is someone that's in the showbiz. I will make sure before she wakes up in the morning, I've given her all the rap beef in the world. She is like, JB is my source of this. But the moment I'm doing those things, the person sending me those things are my ex-girlfriends. So I'm dating double of you. Ashley is right there. She's church inclined. Everything I will say to her is something that is about the kingdom. I'll be with her in church, but I'm sleeping with the choir mistress. She will not find out.
Jesus Christ.
Aziz, not my stress,
The
JB.
choir mistress.
Hold on.
Not my stress, JB.
Hold on. You. We're saying these things because folks want to hide away from it. I've just given all four of you the various things I will bring into your lives, right?
Yeah.
4 different things I will bring. And if you like a man who offers those things to you, you will now misconstrue love for lust.
Yeah.
So as a woman,
Oh, that's true.
please, as a woman, take this home. Love yourself more. A man is a compliment. If you enjoy having sex, please have as multiple sex partners that you want, but don't love any of them. If you want to love and get married, trim down your sex partners and succumb to one man who might become your future. Because the more you sleep around with men, your body count is going to impact your future. Thank you.
Uncle JB.
With that being said, we might as well just segue. That's the perfect-
Okay. One question again. Well, these 2 questions is for Ashley and Jasmine. All right. One must go. Multiple choice question. One must go. Doggy style, reverse cowgirl, oral sex, kissing. Jasmine, which one was going?
B.
Reverse
Second.
cowgirl. Yeah, okay. Ashley, don't give me that. My Bible says this, and that. Give me that.
Oh yeah, same.
Reverse cowgirl.
Yes.
Please, which style is that? Which one is reserve cowgirl?
Ayo, please explain it.
Hey,
Nobody
Kevin,
does that
you want to
anymore.
go and show him?
Which one is reserve cowgirl? You guys cannot just be talking like that.
I don't think people do that anymore.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
What's this? The ones that want to be lazy don't do it.
Which one
Let's
is
say that.
reserve
Take some
cowgirl?
leg muscle for sure.
What
it's
is
a
the
muscle
woman?
for sure.
What is the
It's
woman?
It's basically you're on the woman's on top of you. She's like she's riding you, except she's just facing the other way. So she's not facing you. She's facing
Her
opposite
back
way.
is facing you.
Oh, okay. That's the reserve cowgirl.
Reverse.
Okay.
Reverse
Okay.
You just didn't know the name for it, right? But you knew what it was.
Sexual prowess has never been my forte.
Oh, mine either.
With all those women, that's hard to believe.
All right.
Because you didn't listen. Those women were not my sexual partners. They were my lovers.
Yes,
Missionary.
Mr. Cupid. Saint Valentine.
Yeah, that's why I told you if I dated 100 girls, I slept with 20.
Does your wife watch the show? Does your wife watch the show?
Well, we talk about this all the time. So right, that's we talk about this. That's why I said my wife is my wife.
Mhm.
Okay. So anything I can say to you guys, she already knows about it.
She will say worse things. So let me
Oh,
just.
they don't even know my wife. They don't, you guys don't even know.
She will say worse things. Like yeah. So anyways, okay. One last question before we close the pod, and it goes to anybody who wants to answer this. You know, you guys feel free to chime in. But what did your parents teach you about love? Barbara, go first, please.
What did my parents teach me about love? I don't know how to phrase this without making a long explanation, but do not expect anything back. My mom actually taught me that.
Okay.
That when you give love, you should give it wholeheartedly. Do not expect anything back.
Tayo, what you know? You're on mute, dog.
I said, come back to me. I'm still thinking. Give me a second.
Okay, Aziz, what did your parents teach you about love?
Okay. teaching about love?
I think my mom taught me that what love really looks like from a woman, right? My mom was always big on making sure her kids had everything and anything. And I'm the oldest, so I got the most out of everybody, and I got the most of her. So we were like road dogs for years. Like every party she went to, it was always me as her little husband that everybody said. Everything that she was doing, I was a part of it. All of the things that school, she was at all my school events. She was at all the football games, especially when before she started really like getting to her bag. So I learned what a woman's love really looks like, and what to accept too.
What do you accept?
You said what?
So what do you accept?
Nothing but nothing less than the best. I always say that I want the best of you. I don't want the rest of you. So if everybody else is getting your best work, your friends, your your other family members, that means that I'm getting that other 30, 40%. You get 100% of me, so I want 100% of you. I want the best.
Tutu, what did your parents teach you about love?
Mm,
Come back to you too.
no. I don't know. They didn't like really like teach me like sit down like this is what you're supposed to do. I think more just kind of see it in it, being the family family. Like I'm like I say this every time, like big on family. So like just being around each other and just caring for each other and holding each other down no matter what. Like that's my definition. And if you give it like you give your all. Like I'm a very big to give, so it's like yeah, if I know I'm doing something, I'm doing it because I'm like I genuinely care. Um, yeah, I think I got that from my mom because my mom is a big giver. So yeah, that's basically what I got from them.
Yeah, I think I can jump in now. Mine is a little similar in the sense of nothing was actually said. It was more through actions. And I would say that you're definitely going to be battle tested from on both ends, and how you respond, really shows the love that you have for one another. Uh, to be able to be 1,000 miles away and to still be able to communicate as if you're with someone right there and then, and to be consistent. I think it showed me like you got to be persistent. Consistency with love is definitely there, and then just willing to weather the storm. You know what I mean? Being God fearing, God's going to test you. Like battles that many people might not have made it through, but if you have that love and you're rooted in, anything is possible. You can survive anything, no matter how it looks. You may not know how it's going to end, but you know that this person, like, we not going nowhere. I'm here with you through thick and thin. So I would say I've seen that what I'm saying, through the mess, y'all still gonna be right there with each other, and God willing, at the end you come out on top, and what I'm saying, definitely get the praise that you deserve.
That boy said, "Give me a second. Let me think about my social media cut." Don't worry, boy. This is why he's so sharp. Okay.
Hey! Hey, AI got me on the last one, so you need to post that clip, bro. You saw what I put in the group chat. AI got me.
Don't worry. We still have the whole week, to keep throwing them things out. So I got
No
you.
wala, no wala, no wala.
Yeah. Last but not the least, Jasmine.
Oh.
No, okay, hold on. You I didn't answer that question, man. Let me answer that question.
Was
I
not
have a lot. I have a lot of my chairs about love.
Ladies first, JB. No
No,
manners.
oh, come on, man. Jasmine is my sister. He's going
Ugh.
to a next. He's going to the next question, right?
question was not for everybody. A handful of people answered, but this is the last question because
You see, he
Because
was
you're gonna
kidding. He
have
was
your
kidding.
segment next. You're about
He
to
was kidding.
segment.
He's kidding that question. I don't like that. I'm not
okay,
letting that go. I'm not letting that go. To me, I learned about love because I came from a nuclear family as an African. Okay. So nuclear family shows us that you all have to live as one. But now when it was time for our parents to teach us about the erotic part of life, they told us not to have sex, that we were supposed to remain faithful to one another, remain virgins and lads. When we got married, they told us to have kids. So I learned from my parents that it's good to love everyone, But when you get into marriage, you have to pretend to have the erotic side of love because I was never taught that part of my life. That's all I wanted to say.
Confirm. Okay. Ashley, did you want to take that too? Or are you good? Oh, I think I think you answered. But the last question then for everybody. Yes or no? Just yes or no, just yes or no. Does right person, wrong time exist?
Yes.
Right time, wrong person. Was that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That exists.
Okay. Barbara?
Wait, did you say right person, wrong time?
No.
Right
Right
time,
person,
wrong person.
time.
I'm sorry?
Right person, wrong time.
Oh.
Oh, no, it is not. If the right person is the right person. I'm one of those people. If the person is the right person, they're gonna make their way back to the right person. The timing, just a little bit patience, but no.
Aziz, do you think right person, wrong time exist?
The right person will make the right time.
Okay. Jasmine?
Yeah, I think it exists. It
MC
does.
JB, if you tell me I skipped you.
No, that's fine. Right person, wrong time.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, I agree with you guys too. So, Tutu, I beg, hit us with word of the day and then go to spiciness. Or word of the week.
Okay. Today's word of the week is perfunctory.
Jesus Christ.
Tell it, please.
Jesus Christ. Well, you finish this one. I have a question for you after this one.
Perfunctory. Perfunctory. And it's an adjective. And it means lacking in interest or enthusiasm. Would you like me to use it in a sentence? He gave a perfunctory nod.
What does it mean again? He said lack of what?
Interest or enthusiasm.
Okay.
That's the word of the week. So go ahead and make sure you use that. I'm pretty sure we can use it in a, can somebody give me a sentence? Go ahead, MCJB.
I would not try. I had a question for you. My question was just that I first didn't get it. I didn't get this, but my question to you is so far this is the fourth you're giving us. Can you please start from day one up to now the words you've given us from word of the week?
Professor.
Oh, I think when I first got on was antagonistic.
Yeah.
Perfunctory. I'm not doing an order, but
no order.
All right, now that's not gonna work.
Okay. Go ahead.
Perfunctory. Dang, what's the word I used last week? Jesus, you're gonna have to come back to me, but I know. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. There was the first was antagonistic. There was slovenly.
Slovenly. Thank you. Yeah. Slovenly. Yep. Slovenly. And then
there was argue.
Indefatigable.
Indefatigable.
There you go. Indefatigable. And the last one is perfunctory.
Okay.
Come on, JB. Thank you. You pay attention to this.
So make a sentence again. Let's hear Tutu.
What, the sentence?
Yeah. Would that prefer tutorial thing?
He gave a perfunctory nod.
AK has a very, say the word again.
Perfunctory. He gave
attitude.
a perfunctory nod.
I
missed the definition, but I think I know what it means based off of Ashley saying.
It means lack of interest or enthusiasm. And Ashley, you go, girl, because you got it. Good job.
Nice.
Using a sentence. Okay. Anybody else want to try?
No, I beg. English person.
Oh my God, I can't even pronounce the word, so I'm gonna try.
Let's switch to the after hour show.
Wow, just on time.
Go. Yeah, so now that they have popped the cherry, I beg next time come and express yourself. Why it's not here. But anyways, thank you all for joining, listening. We gladly appreciate it. Gladly appreciate those who are actually watching and commenting too as well. Please continue to do so, be it whether it's personally or on all social platforms. You know what I mean? We encourage more comments, even questions too at that. So yeah. My good folks, MC JB, Abaziz, Chef T, Tutu, Ashley, Barbara, and Jasmine. And I'm Uncle AK. This is PWC Cast. We are out. Deuce.
Nice.
Mm.